now I repeat it, constantly feed it. I need it, all wise men seek it. In my heart I keep it. Now that the earth is turning real fast, I hold on strong just to make it all last. This storm it soon shall pass. Give thanks and praise at last. The house of song is ash. Beable whispers from my past. Tell them all the bird is leaving its cage. Heard that word from a great, great sage on a different page. I don't speak hollow. These words are full, come follow. And if you see tomorrow, the rains will wash your sorrow. Yeah. Ahoo, ahoo, ahoo. Ahoo, ahoo, ahoo.
morning, Unity. Let's stand to our feet. We're moving forward.
Come on, put those hands together, y'all. Good morning, everybody. I said good morning, everybody.
On behalf of our spiritual leader, Reverend Jon Scott, and First Lady, Reverend Kerri Bell Scott, let's give them a hand. Now I'm going to recognize our first-time visitors. Please help me welcome our first-time visitors. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. We appreciate you being in here this morning with us. We don't ask that you raise your hand or you stand, but we do ask that you visit our welcome desk, which is in the back, my right, your left. There's some wonderful people back there. They have an awesome gift for you, and they do ask that you fill out a get acquainted card. Now, I'm going to welcome our online visitors, family and first time. Help me do that. We thank you so much for joining us this morning online. We do ask, if you don't mind, check in the comment section and let us know where you're joining us from. Now, it's our fellowship time. Yes! So we just ask, if you don't mind, get up, go to your neighbor, greet them, hug them, love on them. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. And join us in our welcome song. Come on, Carl. Oh, well, come in. welcome Reverend Kerri with our announcements.
Happy Sunday, family. Look at y'all, so beautiful. It's a beautiful day. Thank you guys for being with us today. I want to personally thank you guys for not only showing up today, but for adding to raising the vibration of the planet. So give yourselves a round of applause. Yes, team effort, guys. Without you, First Unity would not do what it's doing. So you are what make First Unity what it is. So thank you for being here. Wednesday evening meditation with Reiki. We have that every week in the space at 6 p.m. on Wednesday. This week is facilitated by Reverend Jon and Michaela on the sound bowls. Yeah. Our prayer chaplain for the week is Teresa Downey. Miss Teresa is wearing a pink stole and will be available to pray with you after service. She holds space with you. She can celebrate with you or even just smile with you. So if you would like to speak with Teresa, you can do so in the back of the lobby after service. Our men's group, Brotherhood in Balance, they will be meeting this Wednesday. I guess you're part of our men's group, yeah? Awesome. So they're going to be meeting this Wednesday. They meet every second and fourth Wednesday at 7 p.m. in our upstairs conference room. So that is on campus upstairs. If you are interested in being a part of that, men, there is a flyer at the back of the lobby. You can email Douglas for more information. All right, so Spirit Expressing 2026. Guys, we're only 3 weeks away from starting our 7-week book series. This year, we are going to be reading Becoming the New Human by Jon Henry Scott, also known as Reverend Jon. Yes. And just so you know, this is Reverend Jon's first published book. So we are going to be celebrating him and going through this series. It's going to be such a great 7-week series, guys. So we already have 5 group hosts who have signed up. We're looking for 4 to 5 more. So if you're interested in facilitating, there's not a lot to do. We're going to give you all the facilitator guide to kind of walk you through what you do in each session. I need to slow down. I got a lot to tell y'all today. I'm trying to go fast, so excuse me. It's very easy to do. So if you would like to facilitate, we always recommend your groups to be between 5 to 10 people, and we will open those next week. So today is the last day to become a group host. If you'd like to do so, there is a sign-up sheet at the welcome desk. And then next week, we're going to open up whoever has signed up to be a group host for you guys to participate. Like I said, there's different dates, different times, and different locations, so hopefully someone will be able to be a part of each group. But no pressure, guys. You can also do this on your own. So the book will be available for purchase on Amazon on August 22nd. However, Jon is going to have a box of books here Sunday, August 23rd, so if you want them signed, you know you do, and want to go ahead and get a copy in person, be prepared to purchase them Sunday, August 23rd. Jon, how much are they? $14.99. $14.99. Going once, going twice. Okay, so let me let you guys know as well. So you will need the book. He said $49.99. Y'all, no, going somewhere. Yeah. All right, you ready? We need the book, so you will need the book, and you also will need the workbook. So it's kind of a twofer, kind of like last year, and both of those will be available here and on Amazon. So all of that to come. We start that September 6th. So you've got 3 more weeks, guys, to sign up, become a host, get under your group host, and purchase your book. All right, so part of Spirit Expressing every year, this is my favorite part, is we plan a gala where the community gets to get involved. So our Spirit Expressing gala this year is, drumroll, thank you, it's the Bridge to Becoming. It's going to be so exciting, guys. So go back, please. Thank you. So we are still in the planning stages of securing a location. So we're saying late October. The 2 dates that are up right now are October 23rd or October 30th. And I know people will be like, well, I prefer this date, but it's kind of depending on the location. So at the moment, our number 1 pick is Eckerd College in Foxhall. That's where we were last year. It's a beautiful space, but we've got one other location we're working out the pricing for. So I should know this by next Sunday, and then you'll have an exact date, an exact time, and an exact location. But I'm so excited. There's going to be a lot of interactive exhibits and a lot of ways for you to connect, including food, dance, you name it. It's a blast, guys. So we invite you to join us. Ticket sales for that will open up in about a week to 2 weeks. But part of the Spirit Expressing Gala are our sponsorships. We do this every year. This year we're offering 4-level sponsorships, and this is ways for, if you're planning on coming to the gala for sure, and you want to support First Unity in another really cool creative way, you can become a sponsor. There's 4 levels, and I'm going to go through them quick because all the details are at the back of the lobby, and I'll be back there after service. Bronze sponsorship is $50, includes 1 ticket. The silver sponsorship is $100 and includes 2 tickets. The gold sponsorship is $200. Did I say 200? Yes. Includes 1, oh my goodness. Woo. It includes 2 tickets, 2 VIP tickets. There we go, guys. And then you have the VIP table sponsor, which is 6 VIP tickets at your own designated table. And all of these sponsorships do come with certain forms of what's it called, John? Not outreach, but where if you have a business, we're going to have like a sponsor board. We're going to do social media shout outs. So see me at the back because I'm trying to go through this fast, guys. There's a lot of details about it. But if you want to be a sponsor, we would love to sign you up for that. And like I said, a lot of these do come with tickets built in. So more information to come. Those sign-ups start today. All right, change alert. So we are merging, and I want to clarify. We are merging our 8:30 service and our 11 a.m. service next Sunday. We're not combining with St. Luke's. It's still First Unity, but we have 2 services for those of you who don't know. And we're having one next week. So someone say next week. 10 a.m. Combined service. Okay. It will be a summated service, and the reason we're doing this is not to throw you guys off and make you get up early or later. St. Luke's has a very special event going on that day with 4 of their churches, their bishops coming in. They're going to really turn this space into a fellowship hall for them to eat. So we're trying to, accommodate them because they're so accommodating to us. So join us at 10 a.m. next week. We'll make sure we get that on social media, newsletters, text blasts. By the way, if you are not signed up for newsletters or text blasts, see me, because that's the biggest way we get out any changes quickly. So you're not showing up at 11 being like, well, so see me after service. Mark your calendars for Love Fest 2026. This is a brand new event, yes, that First Unity is bringing to the community. We have a special featured artist for the night. It's going to be Bob Sima. He is a singer-songwriter, New Thought singer-songwriter. Amazing, guys. You can find his stuff on YouTube. And then our Voice of Love is going to perform for you. Plus, we'll have spoken word and poetry, and as well as dance. So everyone is welcome. Please bring your friends and family and make your plans. It is Friday, September 25th, here at 7 p.m. Just a quick update. We do continue to have our pantry, our First Unity pantry in the hallway. So if there's anything you need, please take from it. Or if you have something you'd like to donate, see me, and I'm more than happy to take those items. Or you can also donate funds. We had a wonderful community member say, here's $40, go buy for it. So if that's another way you want to give, there's all kinds of ways to give, guys. And just come see me. I'm more than happy to point you in the right direction. Our Qigong with meditative movement with Alara. This is every Saturday, guys. So she started it last week consistently. So every Saturday here in this exact room at 4:30. She's asking for a $20 love offering per person. But if, that's a little much, just see Alara. She's not going to turn you away. But it's a great way to move and really get into your body and just have a nice spiritual experience. So you can sign up for that at the back of the lobby as well. And then last but not least, I'd like to invite up one of our Heart of Care team members, Miss Reverend Sue. She is part of the Heart of Care, and she just wants to quickly, because I know I mentioned and touched on it last week about the Heart of Care team and their volunteer team they're building.
Good morning. I am one of the many prayer chaplains that pray for and send Reiki to you guys during the week when you fill out a Heart of Care request in the back. And did you guys know there's almost 20 of us praying for you and sending Reiki out to you? It's amazing, isn't it? It's beautiful. And it's in the spirit of that care that I'm here now, because I want to invite you guys to be a part of something that's so perfect for us, so really reflecting who we are as a family. I'd like to invite you to volunteer to help other community members here when they've had surgery or they have some kind of critical illness or they just need a little extra help. All we need is your time, whether it's helping out with rides or bringing them a meal, doing their dishes, any special gift you have. Our wonderful Michelle, she's going to bring her singing bowl. So anything that you feel you could give to other members when they're going through it, we'd love to have you. There's a sign-up sheet in the back, and all you're doing signing up is getting a phone call from me. You're not committing to anything. We'll go from there and see how you'd like to help. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Sue. And thank you to the whole spiritual support team for all you do for this community. This is a beautiful song that Reverend Iman wrote for our community. What it does is it raises the vibrational attraction that we have to the source of all that lives within us. Pat yourself on the chest right here, real quick. Right within you is the source presence from which the entire universe was put in place. Yes, that presence lives within you now. And so we don't have to reach outside of us to locate it. It's right here within us. And what we're doing with this song is just essentially doing what St. Paul said in the Christian Bible. We're stirring up the gift within us. Some people might use the word conjure, depending on what tradition you may have come from. But as we sing this, allow that source presence to rise within you and the person next to you and all of us together as a collective. You are the love in me. You are the love in me. You're the ground beneath my feet. You are the ground beneath my feet. The peace that carries me. You are the peace that carries me. Source of all, source of all, I rest in you. Source of all, I live in you. y'all. We're gonna breathe in right here. Say it out. Breathe in. I know your presence. Breathe out. Breathe out. I feel your peace. Breathe in. Breathe in. I let go. Breathe out. I rest in your love. Breathe in. Breathe in. I know your presence. Breathe out. I feel your breathe in. Breathe in. I know your love. Yes, I do. Breathe out. Just receive a deep breath if you would. Breathe that in. You're the light, you're the light, you're the light, you're the light I see. Thank you. You're the ground beneath my feet. Come on, breathe in. Everybody say, breathe in. I know your love. Breathe out. I feel your peace. Breathe in. I let go. Breathe out. Breathe out. I rest in your love. Breathe in. I know your presence. Breathe out. Breathe out. I feel your peace. Come on, breathe in. Breathe in. I let go. Breathe out. I rest in your love. You are the air I breathe. You're the light. You are the light I see. So thankful for the light, yeah. You are the love in me. You're the ground beneath my feet. You are the ground Yes, you are.
Good morning. Beautiful. What a great segue to the meditation. And we're going to be breathing in and breathing out, but in a quiet way now. So close your eyes. And let's take a big inhale as a group from the belly all the way up. And let it out with a sigh. And two more. Big belly in, breath. Sigh it out. And the last one will allow ourselves to quiet down. So breath in. Hold it for a second. Sigh, slow, deep. So it's been a busy week, and we've decided to take some time in nature. And we grab a backpack, a light blanket, and we're walking out to our favorite spot to get away for a short time. We take our favorite path through the woods, walk up a gentle slope, and there it is, spread out before us, a beautiful meadow filled with yellow wildflowers. We take our blanket out, spread it on the ground, lay down, and all the stress of the week begins to melt away. The temperature is perfect. It's in the 70s. There's a light breeze. The sun is shining and the sky is a beautiful blue, white puffy clouds. And we just take a breath and allow ourselves to just completely inhabit this space in our mind, but our bodies feel that we're there. You might hear birds in the sky. And we start to relax our bodies completely. And we start with our thoughts. And we say to our thoughts, it's time to let go. All the memories, all the experiences we've had. Any words that have caused us any discomfort, we just let it go. It's not important right now. We give ourselves over completely to the space. Now we move down, and our shoulders and our neck, it's tight. We say to our body, let go of the burden, relax the muscles. The breathing slows, our nervous system calms, and that allows us to move into the heart space. And that's when we notice our light grows big enough, you can feel it or see it, fill your entire chest area. And that naturally moves us down into the belly. And soon everything is relaxed, the belly, the hips, the legs. We're grounding into the earth. We're spreading our wings out. We're just letting source energy move in and relax every part of us. Letting our light radiate out. Allowing source energy of unconditional love to bring us that peace we seek, the peace we deserve, and the peace we feel now. What a gift. We're so grateful to be here right now at this time in the world. And we take a final breath in and release anything else. Just let it go. Soak in this beautiful experience and take it with you this week. And so it is. And we say, open our eyes and say to each other and ourselves, Namaste. See the light in you and in me. Amen.
Anybody else, when Janan starts, just her voice alone
You're just there. You're already there. You're like, you don't even have to say anything. You're just like, yep, there I am. I'm in the deep. So, Janan, thank you for sharing your gift with us so regularly. You do that on Wednesday nights. You serve this community so much, and I'm grateful for you. Thank you for each one of the practitioners in this community, really, who continue to share their love and their gifts. I'm going to do something that's completely out of order, but then what would you expect from me, right? I figure an order of service, is not an order of service, it's an order of suggestions. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to ask the board members that are in the room, those who are in the room, I'm going to ask you to come forward here, and I didn't even anticipate doing this. I'm going to ask you to come forward because I would like for our community to see those brilliant minds who help to lead this community. And I know not all of the board members are in the room today, but the ones who are, because I'm going to ask our community to do this. This is just a portion of our group, and we are adding to our board as well. But they help us to traverse interesting waters that are sometimes feel like they could be filled with piranha. Not you, I'm talking about energetically, right? And have helped us to traverse and create bridges in places where we weren't sure if the floodwaters could be covered. We have been in seasons as First Unity where we were just hoping that a miracle would happen so we could continue doing what we're doing. But before you stand brilliant minds, and not just brilliant minds, but open hearts, who also know how to work with each other's personalities and move through each other's brilliance, because everybody relays their brilliance differently, right? Can I get a witness, somebody? And I'm going to ask you to stretch your hands in their direction and send an extra special blessing to them today, because they serve voluntarily out of their love. They continue to have brilliant ideas. And so in this moment, we actually want to speak to their personal individual lives, their personal individual dreams, because they have decided to help fulfill the dreams of this community. We're speaking a double portion blessing on their personal dreams. As they have invested in this community, may it be returned to them 100-fold right now. Their dreams, their desires, their finances, their relationships, their friendships, their relations, their families. We speak a double, triple, quadruple blessing back to them personally this day. And we offer them our gratitude and our thanks that even in the times when there's misunderstanding or even conflict, that it never turns into combat. We live by those core values, and so we speak that back into their lives, multiplied. And we say to them, thank you for your service to this community. And so it is. And so it is. Let's thank these folks for their leadership. Thank you. Thank you. Grateful for you. Which leads me to our series for the month of August, Making Sense of Life. Sometimes we have to make sense because it doesn't make sense. Anybody know what I'm talking about? And some of us want to make sense turn into dollars. Every once in a while, right? No, making sense of life. This is week number 2. And I want to bring a subject to you, how you tasting. Now, in our previous week, last week, we talked about how you smelling. There were some folks felt a little shook by that. They were like, what does that even mean? It's metaphor. Somebody say metaphor. Metaphor. Which means what we're saying is we ain't talking about, aren't you glad you used Dial? We're not doing a commercial for colognes, perfumes, or for soap, or for showers even. Listen, I'm doing really better in my life. I used to take 1 shower a month, and I'm up to 2 now. So I feel like my hygiene. And I'm talking about psychic shower. Look at somebody and tell them you might need a psychic bath. Just trying to say, I don't know. How you tasting is also metaphor. And the last time we talked about this, a couple of years ago when we did this series, I felt drawn to go toward, what kind of flavor are you bringing to the world? But I felt different this time. And I wanted to look at that little subtitle there, Developing a Taste for What Nourishes You. So last week we began our journey through the senses, asking a deeply spiritual question, how you smelling? I think it's deeply spiritual. And we explored what it means to come through the fires of life without the smell of smoke becoming your identity. Today there's another sense, taste. And so naturally I had to pick a spiritual title, how you tasting? And I would say to you, look at your neighbor and say, how you tasting? Now look at your neighbor and say, what kind of appetites do you have? Don't answer them back. Just ask and move along. Now, I'm not just asking what kind of flavor that you're bringing into the world. I'm asking something deeper, and here it is. What have you developed an appetite for? So, in other words, what are you emotionally consuming? What are you spiritually consuming? And what are you consuming digitally? And here's the real deep question. And is what you're consuming actually nourishing you? Here we go. Because here's the thing, maturity is learning the difference between what stimulates and what nourishes. There's a difference. Somebody say there's a difference in stimulation and nourishment. Now here's where I want to go today, because I'm actually using this for my own life. Because as within, so without. What goes into someone, Jesus actually said it this way. We're going to quote Jesus a little bit today. Somebody say Jesus. Look at your neighbor and say Jesus. No, I'm not going to get that started. We did that last week. I met my quota. All right. Jesus said it's really not what comes or what goes into a person that corrupts their life. It's what comes out. Isn't that interesting? Because whatever we sow, that shall we also reap, and will more than likely reap it multiplied. Stimulation gives you an immediate sensation, but nourishment gives you lasting capacity. Gives you strength for the journey. Stimulation excites you, but nourishment strengthens you. Stimulation gives you a momentary feeling, but nourishment helps you become someone capable of holding life. And here's the central truth. Not everything that tastes good to your conditioning is nourishing for your becoming. I'm going to say that again. Not everything that tastes good to you, can metaphorically, not everything that tastes good to you is nourishing for your becoming. In other words, who you're becoming may need a different diet. This is not a weight loss plan for your physical body, but it could be a weight loss plan for your psychological self, for your spiritual self. See, I've told people, side note, that I don't like diets because the root word for diet is die. This is a shift in what it is you're consuming with your soul and your mind. Number one, appetite is developed. Nobody enters the world craving outrage. They don't enter the world needing gossip or comparison or conflict or approval or constant distraction. But whatever we consume repeatedly, according to neuroscience, we begin to crave automatically. I said what we consume repeatedly, we begin to crave automatically, even if it's not good for us. Come on now. Side note, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop eating candy. Occasionally, I'm going to have some candy, occasionally, but I'm saying I'm not going to overload my system with what I know does not nourish me. Does that make sense to anybody? Because we're not talking about perfection here, we're talking about progress. Somebody say, he's not talking about perfection. He's just talking about progress. If you consume outrage every day, peace will eventually feel boring to you. There's actually scientific proof for that. Some people have consumed negativity so long that when they don't experience negativity, they'll create it so that they can experience it. If you consume criticism every day, compassion starts to feel weak. If you consume constant stimulation, stillness may begin to feel uncomfortable. If you consume other people's approval, please hear this, folks. If you consume other people's approval, self-trust begins to feel frightening. You're frightened by trusting yourself because you need somebody else's validation. Anybody in this room with me today? You see, our appetites are shaped through repetition. What we repeat becomes a part of the pattern of our existence. That means your appetites may feel natural after a season when they're just practiced. In other words, what we've made normal in our life, we start to think is natural to our life. Am I preaching to somebody today? Because I feel like preaching for some reason. I don't know. Somebody in here has brought the preach anointing. I don't know who you are. So check this out, some of what we've called preference is nothing more than conditioning that has been fed for so long that it's become a craving. It's not our true self, it's not our identity, but we fed ourselves with it for so long that we crave it. And conditioning does not always crave what will help us grow. But check this out. I want to talk to you a minute. Conditioning craves what is familiar, even if what is familiar is harmful and painful. So even when the familiar is harmful and painful, we can crave it because listen, even when what's familiar keeps us anxious, our conditioned self will crave it. Even when the familiar keeps us anxious, even when the familiar makes us feel smaller, our conditioning may crave certainty, but our becoming needs curiosity. I'm not certain about anything, folks. I have come to realize the only thing consistent about life is how inconsistent life is. Now, I know that's not good for marketing. Can you imagine us putting up a billboard that says, please come visit First Unity Spiritual Campus? Our services are at 8:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. We have snacks, we have coffee, and we have no idea how to live your life. That's poor marketing. You're not building a mega church on that. You better have a surety about heaven or a surety about hell. And anybody? And I'm not certain about any of it. I'm not certain about what I think I believe. In fact, I've come to believe that I know is a blind spot. It keeps me from even looking. So our conditioning may crave certainty, but your becoming needs curiosity. Our conditioning may crave approval, but our becoming needs self-trust. Pat yourself on the chest and say, I trust you. Yeah. Does any part of your being resist that? Listen to it for a moment. I trust you. Sometimes our nervous system is unsure of who is even in charge. Our conditioning craves distraction, but our becoming needs presence. Our condition may crave intensity, but our becoming needs intimacy. Our conditioning may crave immediate relief, but our becoming needs lasting wholeness. Please hear this. Your soul is not always asking for what your nervous system needs, but the soul is asking the nervous system to move beyond what it's learned to crave. Outgrow your cravings. Number 2, your body, this is interesting, your body can taste beyond your tongue. So when I was doing a little bit of research around this, I didn't know this was the case. I didn't know there were taste receptors in the digestive system. I thought all taste receptors were just in the tongue. It's a little strange, but science has discovered that there are receptors in places beyond the tongue. There are taste-related receptors throughout the digestive system. You do not consciously taste food with your stomach or with your intestines, but you are sitting there saying, in other words, let me say it this way. Once it gets past the tongue, your stomach doesn't say, I sense a taste of cinnamon there. That's not what's happening in the guts. something else interesting is happening. These internal receptors help the body, check this out, to recognize what has arrived in the body and then to coordinate a response that involves digestion, appetite, hormones, and protection. In other words, your mouth tells you how something tastes, but your body tells you what it does to you. See, the stimulation tastes good, but the digestion, the deeper part of you, will tell you how it's treating you or mistreating you. Your body will detect a toxin in the digestive system that slips past the tongue. On the surface, there are things that may be happening that are catching your attention, but your soul down deep is having to determine how to filter it. And sometimes the more we consume what does not nourish us, the more we turn off the part that's trying to filter us to keep us safe. Anybody with me? All right. So here's the thing. Your tongue asks, was that good? Y'all, there's some things that are just good. But your body says, heck no, y'all. Y'all got to get this out of here. And that changes as you grow. Anybody ever notice that? There's some things you used to eat when you were 20. You were like, that was good. And nothing, no effect. You get up to my age. Look, let me just pick on myself for a minute. Y'all got to understand, see, at my age, I'm learning to embrace my age, which is a spiritual way of saying, I know I'm getting older. But I use the word embrace, so it makes me look like I'm, a little more spiritual. But I just noticed something the other day. Every time I get up from a seated position, there's sound effects. And I'm trying to figure out why that's happened in my life. Like I went bald, and people will come and they'll say, when did you start losing your hair? And I go, I didn't start losing my hair. I just let go of what no longer served me. Because I'm super spiritual. So I have a new thought bald head is what I'm trying to say to you. There are things that are shifting and changing. My body can detect some things that my taste may not. The tongue says, do I enjoy this? But the deeper system says, what is this doing to us? And maybe that is also the difference between stimulation and nourishment. Stimulation asks, did I enjoy that? But nourishment asks, what did that produce in me? What's going to be produced from what I consume? Let me put it to us in a way that 2026 might share. That social media argument that tasted yummy, but what did it produce in you? How about this one? That gossip. I know you don't gossip. See, New Thought and religious and spiritual people don't gossip. Oh, no. They come to me, they go, Reverend John, I'm not here to gossip. I'm just here to tell you, for the sake of prayer, the person's name, the person's hair color, the color of their car, where they parked, where they sit on Sundays, and what's wrong with their cousin and what they posted on social media. I just want you to get the prayer warriors going. So it's not gossip. That gossip may have tasted delicious, but what did it produce? Not just around you, but in you. That person's approval that may have tasted sweet, but did it strengthen your self-trust? Or did it make you more dependent on their validation? Folks, I've said this before. If you depend on if you are bolstered up by somebody's compliment, you're going to be torn down by their critique. And so even though I'm seeking the validation, and I know it happens, I've done it before myself. Everything I'm talking to you about is stuff I've experienced myself. This is the only reason I know it to be this much of a conviction within me. That spiritual teaching may have made you feel powerful, but did it make you more compassionate? I know it was good. It gave you goosebumps, but it doesn't matter how spiritual something sounds. Here's what I believe. I believe the more spiritually mature we become, the more compassionate we become. Yes. Not good at regurgitating some talking points from Esther Hicks or from Charles and Myrtle Fillmore or from Jon Scott. You see, I included myself with some really cool people. Anyway, That's a part of manifestation, right? Isn't it? So now, the spiritual principle, it may have tasted good, but what did it produce? Did it produce more compassion in me? Is your meditation practice helping you to expand your consciousness or just inflating your ego? That news program, John, don't go to meddling. That news program may have confirmed everything you already knew to be true. But did it make you wiser? Or did it make you more afraid? More judgmental? See, you can't determine the nourishment of something by the first taste. We have to pay attention to the after effect. Somebody say after effect. So number three, what is the aftertaste? This is what's concerning to me as I move through this journey in my life. Maybe one of the most spiritual, revealing questions we can ask is, what is the aftertaste of what I'm about to experience? Some things taste sweet when they enter our lives, but they leave fear, agitation, shame, and emptiness behind. And I'm not talking about Buddhist emptiness. I'm talking about that sense of being deflated, that sense of being completely famished, energetically impoverished. Other things may taste difficult at first. Can I list you some things that tasted difficult to me at first? And just see, I just want to see if it touches you. Because when I'm talking these talks, y'all need to understand, I've already written this stuff to me first. But here's something that tasted difficult at first: honesty. I'm talking about for real honesty. I'm not talking about being mean, because there's a trend right now of speaking your truth. And really, it's a demand that everybody else agree with your truth, right? There's a difference in speaking your truth and then demanding everybody else believe that it's their truth too. Anybody met anyone like that? Anybody ever been guilty of being that just a little bit? Okay, all right. Honesty. That moment that somebody says, well, now, could you do such and such and such and such? And you go, your body is like, no, you don't have time for that. And your mouth says, sure, why not? That's fine. That's dishonest. And it depletes. Here's something that was difficult for me at first to taste: boundaries. Grief, difficult to taste. Discipline, difficult to taste at first. How about this one for ADD people? Any ADD people in the house? You don't have to identify yourself. You already have. You walk around so much. I'm one. How about this one? Silence. Silence is difficult for ADD people. And for anyone, but definitely for ADD people. But it leaves you clearer. It leaves you more free. It leaves you more whole. In other words, let me say it this way: telling the truth may taste bitter in the moment, but afterward there's freedom. Seeing and setting a boundary may taste uncomfortable in the moment, but afterward there is your dignity. Sitting in the silence may initially taste boring, but afterward there is clarity. Somebody say clarity. Allowing yourself to grieve, it tastes painful, but afterward there's a sense of softness, sort of a space in you that's a little more empathetic. Forgiveness is a difficult pill to swallow. But afterwards, friends, there's space within you again that was congested by the unforgiveness. The first taste reveals the experience. The aftertaste reveals the impact. Spiritual maturity, I don't believe, is just learning to avoid difficult things. And that's what we call bypassing. But it's developing a taste for what leaves you more alive, leaves you more free, leaves you more wise. So when you consume something, ask, who am I after I take this in? Am I more peaceful when I consume this? Am I more compassionate and open? Am I more present? Am I more capable of loving? Am I more deeply myself? Or am I abandoning myself? Am I more activated, agitated, afraid, and more divided? Yeshua ben Joseph known by us in the Western world as Jesus. He said this: you're going to know them by their fruits. In other words, the root system reveals, or the fruit system reveals the root system. Healthy root system, healthy fruit system. And so he said, you'll know them by their fruits. He didn't say judge them, because I've heard this preached as judgment. You know, you stay away from them sinners because look at all the fruits they bear and all that sin. You don't hang out with people who drink and smoke and cuss and all that, right? So that's what we were taught. But when Jesus is talking here, I think he's just simply saying, notice the fruit and then decide whether or not you need to consume that as a part of your reality. You can love them still, but some folks, you just don't need to eat the fruit from their tree. Perhaps we could say it this way, though, for us. Don't judge something only by how it tastes going in. Pay attention to the fruit it produces after it enters your life. And so that leads me to the psalmist, Psalms 34:8. It was David who wrote this song, and he said, taste and see that the Lord is good. Now, the word Lord is just Elizabethan English. I want to have to stay here long. I've said this before. Elizabethan English for one who has authority over a particular territory. And then Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, they essentially translated that word Lord as universal law. So let's read it that way. Taste and see that universal law is good. In other words, there's goodness in universal law. And when we operate within universal law, good, which is just God extended, becomes the source of our life and causes our life to begin to attract that back into our daily life. The psalmist writes, taste and see that the Lord is good. And I love that invitation. It's an invitation not to argue and prove that God's good. There's enough people trying to do that. It's not to memorize the correct doctrine about goodness. It says taste, and that just means to experience it. Receive that goodness. Let that goodness enter your life so deeply that it begins to be recognized in your daily experience. Divine goodness is not simply a belief to defend, it's a reality to experience. Pat yourself on the chest and say, I want to experience divine goodness. Look at your neighbor and say, I choose to experience divine goodness. It's the reality we get to experience. Truth is not only something you understand intellectually, but truth is something your life learns to recognize by taste. And when you start to recognize it, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm just going to go ahead and go here. The more peace you consume, the more quickly you recognize the things that disturb that peace. In other words, what you're curating, if you're nurturing peace, you'll notice the things that show up that disrupt that peace. The more authentic love you receive and give in your life, the less appealing manipulation becomes. In fact, you start to recognize manipulation before it can even get flung on you. The more authentic you are, the more you recognize inauthentic. The more truth you embody, the less appetite you're going to have for illusion. The more deeply you experience divine presence, the less you need religious performance. I want to say that one again, okay? Because that one should hit us really deep. The more deeply you experience divine presence, the less you need religious performance. You can let go of the religious performance. I'm not performing for anybody. I'm not lying anymore. I'm living in authenticity. Your spiritual appetite can change. You can develop a taste for peace. Somebody say, I'm choosing to develop a taste for peace. You can develop a taste for honesty. You can develop a taste for silence. You can develop a taste for relationships that do not require you to abandon yourself. It's time for us to walk happily out of obligatory relationships that continue to sap our energy. You can develop a taste for a life that does not keep your nervous system in constant survival mode. You can develop a taste for peace, for honesty, for silence, and authentic love. That's a choice we can make. Now, are we always going to get it 100%? Well, listen, I'm saying this on Sunday, and then there's Friday. Or Tuesday. Or later today. Right? Sometimes the efficacy shifts depending on what's happening in the world. But this is what we're going for. Somebody say, I'm going for it. Now, Jesus, once again, also did this. This is a metaphor. He said this. He said, you are the salt of the earth. He didn't say assault the earth. He said, you are the salt of the earth. Now, salt's interesting. Salt is a seasoning, but salt really doesn't have a taste as much as it has sort of a feel to it, okay? So here's the thing about salt. Salt brings forth the taste of what it's put on. So, in other words, it doesn't have to be the main thing. In fact, you don't want it to be the main thing. When you're seasoning whatever it is you may be for vegetarians, if you're seasoning your broccoli, you want it to bring forth the taste of the broccoli. For those meat eaters who are eating meat, you want it to bring forth the taste of that meat. If you put too much salt on it, how many of you ever had something like that? It's too salty, which means it assaulted you. Sorry, I love to play with words. Salt brings forward what's already there. It reveals, it enhances, it awakens something that was present but not yet fully experienced. And this is where we come into play. In our interactions with people, what are we doing to season their life so that they can see their amazingness? Not asserting our beliefs, but seasoning their life, maybe sometimes without them even knowing it, so that they can experience their true self. Because salt reveals and enhances. This is why Jesus said, be light and be salt, because both can assault. Let me explain. There's bright lights up here. And every once in a while, I'll look up in the wrong direction. And then everybody out here has these interesting dots all over you. And if you shine your light so bright that you blind people, then your ego is in charge of your light. But our light should illuminate the environments we come in so that people can see their path straight, not see yours. So we shouldn't blind people and we shouldn't assault them. Come on now. Salt awakens what's present. Maybe the salt of the earth does not mean overpowering every room with your beliefs. Maybe it means helping bring forward the goodness already present. Maybe your calling is not to force your flavor onto everyone else. Maybe your calling is to help people taste the divine within themselves. To bring forward, check this out, courage in someone that forgot their strength. Maybe our calling in this life is to bring forward beauty in places that have seemingly become dull, or to bring forward hope in someone who's lost their sense of possibility. Maybe my calling in this life is to just bring forward the sacred flavor that's already hidden within ordinary life. Maybe your beautiful calling, possibly without even saying any words, just your presence, is not to overpower a room, but it's to bring forward what's true, what's beautiful and nourishing within the world. Number 6, I found this interesting. I did a whole teaching on this years and years ago when I was still in a former life, when I was still allowed to be in Christian circles. Fundamentalist Christian circles. And that was that Jesus, according to the Christian narrative, was born in Bethlehem, right? Christmas, I don't want to rush it, but it's right around the corner. And if this year is like the rest of the year has been, it's going to be here any moment. So you hear jingle bells in the distance? Oh no, please don't. All right. But it's interesting because the word Bethlehem actually means house of bread. Isn't that interesting? It's kind of beautiful, really, because the one, Jesus, who later would say, I am, is the bread of life, enters the world through a place called the house of bread. So here's what I get from this today. You'll just be with me for a moment in this. Jesus, the person, was the package through which Christ consciousness was exemplified. Okay, we good? Everybody good? Jesus, the person, allowed the fullness, made himself available to the same Christ consciousness that every one of us in this room have within us. He showed us what it is when we make ourselves available to our divine potential. So in other words, the Christ enters as nourishment, bread for the hungry, presence for the lonely, hope for the weary, compassion for the wounded, love for those who have forgotten that they belong. So the spiritual path is not simply about becoming enlightened and not about becoming impressive or correct. It's about becoming available as nourishment for the world we live in. Because the world, listen, I'm going to tell you all this right here. I believe this to be true. The world does not need more spiritually impressive people. We don't need more spiritually impressive people. We need more divine expressive people. Okay? The world needs people whose presence feels like bread. The world needs people around them that can help them to feel safe to breathe. We need more people in the world who tell the truth without cruelty. More people in the world who offer compassion without enabling harm. Come on, I just said a mouthful there. Because a lot of people think compassion means passivity. No. We need more people in this world who are compelled to and able to bring forth compassion without enabling harm. I don't want to ignore the injustice, but I also want to operate at a high level of compassion. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I can speak to inequality without bringing more hatred into the environment. I can call it out, but not just call it out, but call them up. Yes. Does that make sense? Yes. We need more people who can carry peace without becoming passive. More people who remind the hungry places within us that life is still good. Now, I'm not talking about your experiences in your lifespan. I'm talking about the ground from which all things come into existence. I call that life. In fact, you'll find in the book, Becoming the New Human, you'll find that often I change the name God and use the word life. Because life is not your 75, 80, 90, 100 years. Life is the force from which everything comes to be. It's the creative force. It's the Tao. It's what's called God. But folks, let me tell you something. We're not going to be able to consistently consume poison in our inner world and become nourishment to the outer world. We're going to need to learn to feed ourselves truth, to consume beauty, to receive rest, to practice presence. And I did say practice presence. To choose honest relationships. It doesn't mean that you don't draw the circle for everyone. But there's some folks, let's just tell the truth about it. Some folks, there's some people that are really far on the edge of the circle. Proximity sometimes is not what you're being asked for. If you're in an abusive situation, you don't need close proximity. You can draw that circle, and the circle can be big, and say, we're not going to be in proximate relationship. We need more honest relationships. Can I get a witness? We need to start taking in ideas that expand our compassion rather than merely confirming our prejudice. We need to taste and see that life is good. So this week I'm asking that we pay attention to our appetites. Before we consume something, maybe just ask this question: what appetite is this feeding? Does this nourish me? Does this numb me? Does this keep me activated? Is this feeding, or this, what I'm about to consume, feeding my conditioning, or is it strengthening my becoming? And here's the most important thing I believe this week. What is the aftertaste? Not how does this taste when it initially comes through the mouth gate of our senses in terms of our psychology and spirituality. But what's the aftertaste? Because your tongue recognizes flavor spiritually, but your life reveals nourishment. As within, so without. So here's my prayer for us all. May we develop a taste for what makes us whole. May we consume what deepens our peace. May we become the salt that brings goodness forward. And may we become bread for a hungry world. And may our lives help others taste and see that the divine is good. If I'm the example, then my prayer is that when I leave a room, people will have smelled divinity. They don't even know what to call it. I want to smell so strong of divine nature that people go, what kind of cologne is that? And I get to say to them, I'm not wearing, oh, wait a minute, I am wearing cologne. That's called Divine 2.0. I want the life that I have to stimulate the desire to taste more of their own divine nature. I want to leave people feeling nourished after being in my presence. Holy presence. Father, Mother, God, source, life. Help us today to start noticing what appetites we've developed. Give us the strength to start questioning some of the things that we are allowing to feed our life. Help us to choose more times than not the information and the inspiration that nourishes our soul. Help us to not feed the conditioned self any longer, but instead nourish the becoming self, the emerging truth, as we move through this life, endeavoring to make sense of life. And so it is. So I leave you with a question today, my friends. How you tasting? How you tasting? Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, community. I love you. You know, it feels good to be in a community of people that I believe are practicing these principles. I believe there's a group of people here who are saying, look, this is not about perfection or performance. This is about progress and expansion. And it feels comfortable to be in a space of people who I believe are really endeavoring to merge our humanity and our divinity so closely that they look like they're one and the same, so that we can help to be nourishment to a world that sure enough needs it. Our ushers are getting ready to come down now and begin to receive the offerings today. The band is starting to come back to the platform. And I want to say thank you for being sustaining partners with this ministry. Once again, I will relay that if you are interested in auto giving and or used to do that and you found that that's not happening, please let our staff know so that they can help you get signed up for that. With the migration of the older system to the new one, they did not migrate. Some of them didn't communicate with each other. So if you want to do that or you used to do that and you'd like to re-up, please let our staff know. They'll be glad to help you. Our ushers are preparing now to receive the offerings. The way to give is on the screen. There's also some pamphlets that are in the seats and that also gives you the access to the ways to give. Those who are watching online, tuned in. Those of our members who are up north, we miss you and we love you, but we know you're out there. Thank you for being sustaining partners. We appreciate you so much. Yeah, yeah,
give it up for our house band. Always sounding amazing. And now let's just take a moment to get into the space of gratitude. The amazing message that we've heard, the music, the meditation, being able to connect with each other and see the divine in each other, sharing this space and also with our online community. And if you can, just take a moment and direct your hands and your energy towards our ushers here and our imaginary online ushers for our online community. And let's just send a blast of love. We are so grateful for these gifts that sustain and grow this ministry. We see this ministry thriving and touching every soul that it needs to touch across the world, across this planet. This is a global movement of love, blessing millions every day. We give thanks for all of our volunteers who serve so lovingly. We give special thanks for Reverend Jon, who brings this tremendous message of love to us every week. Reverend Kerri. And so we just give thanks that we get to do this. We get to play and grow and belong together. And we're so grateful for this opportunity to express. And as we go forth this week, may we reflect the divine. May as we leave each room, may we leave the smell and the taste of the divine wherever we go. And so we give thanks for these gifts. We give thanks for this opportunity to play and express together. As God in this world. We give thanks, and so it is. Amen.
All right, everybody, stand to your feet. It's time to end the service. Say our mantra. Love is who I am. Gratitude is my attitude. Abundance is my nature. And well-being is my birthright. Have the best day ever because you can.